Warning, this audio or video may contain explicit language or extreme views. Discretion is advised.
Welcome, everybody. We are live from the dungeon, Brooklyn, New York. Jim, what's going on?
I'm doing swell. How are you?
Oh, here we go with the fucking swell shit. I had to bring the swell 5 months back. Oh, what the fuck?
No.
All right, so we are here. It is the 6-month anniversary of our chicanery. Every week, 2 episodes live on the Facebook network, soon to be on the Pain Train YouTube network.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have no champagne, so
We have Monster. It's just as good.
mine's in the fridge.
Yeah, well, nobody's perfect. Hey, Steven, what's going on? Steven, kindly share the video to the NFL page. I don't know if I can still do it.
Let me share this to my page as well.
Because this is a very, very controversial topic. And my Aunt Leanie's on. Aunt Leanie, I hope you and Uncle Dennis are feeling better. Because, your family.
I'm giving a shameless plug to Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi?
Okay.
Seriously? It's an empty bottle, you
I couldn't
bastard.
reach the full one.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I know it's empty. It's clear.
Enzo, you're on. Thank God.
Enzo.
We're just waiting for a whole bunch of people to show up.
Yes, we're waiting for a bunch of people to show up.
Yes.
So behind the scenes,
Elaine
retarded
Mohan.
shit.
That's
Monahan?
his Aunt Laney.
Okay. She's
Got the full one.
She's on. Don't shake it up.
No bueno.
Okay.
All right.
I can only share it to my page.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
no.
Okay. Yeah. So Steve just said I can only share it to my page.
All right.
Hey Enzo, how you doing, Enzo? I'm gonna just give you a check right there. Spell my name right too. You the man, Enzo? Yes. Oh, Enzo.
Oh, God, no.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, Enzo.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Figures the computer's going to be anal.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about the
Son of a bitch. Oh, Jesus Christ. See? There we go. All right. Hold on.
Remember the episode of Game of Thrones where they stabbed up Jon Snow?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now every time, I do it to my coworker. I'll be like, for the watch.
Do you?
All right. There's the comment section.
For the watch. For the watch.
Hello, Steven. Hello, cuz. My cousin Dolores is on.
Enzo's on.
All right.
Dolores
So
is on.
basically, we're going to start with, we have an in memory of, it happened last night.
So the text.
He wasn't a listener of our show. However, he was a very well-known man. And Hugh Hefner died last night. Natural causes.
91 years old.
91 years old, that poor old bastard.
You figured he'd die fucking.
He probably did.
You never know.
That is natural causes.
You do never know exactly what entails with death. But to me, though, he lived a great life.
Of course he did. He had a bunch of females around him.
He was a trendsetter, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes. Because there were certain articles, like he interviewed John Lennon, Fidel Castro. Like, he beat Rolling Stone to the punch almost every time. So, we send our best wishes out to the Hefner family and keep Playboy running.
And Steven said, great way to go. You are absolutely right.
You know what's crazy? He probably died with Viagra in the system.
Oh, God.
Who knows?
You never know.
I mean, once the toxicology report comes up.
And plus, too, it'd be a closed casket. It'd be painful. Very painful.
Well, it's definitely possible. So,
Close the cast and be like,
What's up, Tim? We got Tim Dawkins in the room.
Yeah, the live on call be like, what the hell?
Break the son of a bitch. Okay.
That's fucked up.
So, the topic of our show this evening.
Dun dun dun.
Wait, hold on. I don't have that on the right speaker yet. Wait, hold on.
Fuck.
Wait. Is the NFL protest. We do have a special way we were opening this show. If people get offended, shit happens.
Exactly.
I mean, I've already been dealing with fucking about 30 or 40 of my personal friends fucking at each other's throats because of this fucking thing. God knows how many fucking friendships have been broken from it.
Right.
But as best as we can, we are going to open the show with a new segment. Okay? Will you all please rise for the national anthem? Okay, if you can't see us, it's because the camera's the way that is, but
I would take a knee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And his red flag, the bumpers in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of
He's a pro. He was clearly having some sort of audio problems. You
It's
could
a
see
hard
him pull
floor,
out
I'm
her
sorry.
earpiece at one point.
okay, so we welcome Danny and Billy and John Black in.
Wow, a lot of hearts.
There was actually a lot of emojis coming through.
Yeah, no angry emojis.
Now,
No. I was actually watching the screen. too.
Excellent.
now, as you can see, like this, what just happened has been the topic of discussion at the NFL games. It unfortunately was made more profound because of our lovely president, fucking
Trump.
fucking Trump. Yeah, thank you.
Trump?
Yeah, the
Donald
Trump.
Trump.
Okay.
Dump?
Yeah, dump. Donald Dump.
Dumb chump.
I know everybody right now is wondering why I took a knee. And it's funny because there's no,
You were praising us.
there was no haha, you're funny.
No.
Nah, well, I mean, as Rick said, this is basically the topic, the controversial topic of why some of us have taken a knee.
Now, all right. let me put this into perspective that the way this whole situation goes. Okay? Now, last year, it took one person to start this protest. I see it as a revolution. Okay? Because once one person starts, obviously there will be people that follow afterwards. Okay? Now, Colin Kaepernick started this protest thing, and it snowballed. Okay? That's the only way I can really say it.
Avalanche.
Avalanche,
because
it didn't all happen at once. Like, it took like 2 or 3 games for this event to happen, to get where it is. Okay? The problem that I saw about it is that he did it for the specific reason of police brutality
and
racism in the United States.
Oppression.
Okay?
Right.
Now,
Excuse me.
I'd like you as the guest, okay? It's not very hard to do, but look up the actual full lyrics to the national anthem. Okay? This is where a lot of the problem happens. Because as you can see, we played only 2 minutes of the actual national anthem, and it's only the first paragraph of the national anthem. Now, not very many people know this. Okay? Not a lot of people know this, and it can be a problem sometimes.
Right.
But being the fact that in American history in school, which I learned in like the 4th grade, I think it was, that there actually is more than one piece to the national anthem.
There actually is.
Okay.
It's a very long song, and okay, it's wow, yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's very,
so you obviously know where it finishes when they sing it out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. So now do me a favor, just paraphrase the second verse to the national anthem, please.
Paraphrase. Okay. It says, "On the dimly shore, seen through the mist of the deep, where the foe's haughty host in dread silence reposes. What is that which the breeze or the towering steep? As it basically, if you look at this whole thing, I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a war song.
I was just thinking.
And wait a minute. Actually, the third verse. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The third verse actually it's kind of interesting. And where is the band who so vauntingly swore that the havoc of war, wow, rhymes, and the battle's confusion, a home and a country should leave us no more. Their blood was washed out, their foul footsteps pollution. No refuge can save the hurling enslaved." Wow.
Okay, now key on that word, because a lot of people that visualize the people kneeling for the national anthem all believe that this protest has to do with that particular part.
There's more.
Keep going.
There's also additional Civil War period lyrics, which says, "When our land is illuminated,
actually.
Illuminated, thank you, sorry. With liberty's smile, if a foe from within strike a blow at her glory, down with the traitor that dares to defile the flag of her stars and the page of her story. By the millions unchained who our birthright have gained, we will keep her bright blazing," because some of these words are kind of like Old English.
Yeah.
"Forever unstained, and the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave, while the land of the free is the home of the brave." It's a lot of alternate lyrics. It's a lot of lyrics, but to be honest though, when you read the national anthem, you got to ask, who's this for? Because technically, it's not for the slaves. It wasn't for the slaves at all. Because
promotes war.
Because the slaves, exactly. I mean, like I said, listen.
Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna be clear with everybody on this.
Okay.
I'm an American citizen. Excuse me, no. I've lived in America all my life. I've been born here, born and raised here.
Which automatically kind of made you a citizen to begin with.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah. So basically, me being here, I don't hate the country. I can't hate. I mean, we can all hate where we live at. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to go against it. I mean, just because I disagree with the national anthem doesn't necessarily mean that I'm an enemy. Because
Doesn't mean you're any less of a citizen.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest. If you really want to go deep, the country basically was owned. Well, not even owned, was inhabited by the Native Americans. They didn't have a national anthem.
Right.
They didn't have that. It's when basically, and I'm gonna say this like this, was when basically the Europeans came in and did their thing. They wrote the national anthem. They put their four heads on top of Mount Rushmore. So, why is everybody getting bent out of shape about the national anthem, especially our president?
Well, here's my key thing, which led into a bunch. And I mean, literally, I ran through every article, every audio clip, every video clip for this thing.
Right.
Okay? Now, this is my problem.
2 + 2 is 4.
Well, I thought 2 and 2 was 22, but that's besides the point. All right. The whole protest thing was not extremely bit upon until Trump opened his mouth.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't the protesting thing that happened on Sunday for 15 games, even the one in fucking Europe, okay, and the Monday night game. This unity thing would have not happened, or these people burning their team's merchandise, if Trump didn't just keep his fucking mouth shut.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
We've gone through 3 major hurricanes in the last month. Okay? 3 of them. Okay? Houston got fucked up, or Dallas got fucked, or Texas got fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay? Florida got fucked up. Puerto Rico got fucked up.
The Virgin Islands got fucked up.
Okay?
Also.
That one little island that they were talking about, it's not even inhabitable anymore.
No.
So why are we talking about protesting at an NFL game when you got all of this fucking mass catastrophe going on? You should be concentrating on that.
I got a response to that.
Go right ahead.
Trump don't give a fuck. That's why. He only cares about lining his pockets and all of his little rich buddies' pockets. Why do you think Donald Trump appointed all of his buddies into the government right alongside with him to figure out ways to keep them rich and us fucked? And that's my response to that.
But here's my other thing with this, okay? Now, from the research that I've done, okay, now, again, my job never stops from Thursday to Thursday. Producing the videos and then getting everybody
As I said, Dominicana. That's
yes.
the country, yeah. Not Dominican Republic, Dominicana. There's actually an island called Dominicana.
Oh, shit.
Okay, but see now.
I got worried.
But now again, and again, I have a lot of legwork for this show because I went all out. All right. As of last night, in my research, 13 NFL owners donated a minimum of $1 million to Trump's inauguration thing or him becoming president. Okay? 13 NFL owners. Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who's not even American, by the way. He's Arab. Okay?
Yeah.
Donated money to make this our president. And what did he do? He fucking bit the hand that fed him.
We have a pet snake.
Right?
We have a pet
Okay,
snake.
I'm sorry. You know what? Again, I'm not a big political person. But at this point right now, you see all of this mass chaos that's going on. And for what? For what? You should not be putting your nose in a spot where you know people fucking backed you to begin with. I'm sorry. It's wrong.
It is. See, Trump failed the real. Trump has a devil may care attitude. Trump basically seems like he can say anything, and just because we're America, and see, like also too, if anybody don't know this, when I was in my 20s, I served in the military.
Yes.
You know, that's why I said, you know, for me to tell anybody I hate the country, I'll be a fool because, you know, I did my time. But I'm just saying, like in general, you know, Trump, and thank goodness Trump wasn't president around that time, because if he was, God, oh my God. But yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, you know, Trump basically now he has a devil may care attitude. It's like this man is just running off at the mouth of anything, and it's like he's the type of guy that basically he'll be like the ultimate hype man that basically that'll get you fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, it's bad enough. I hate to say this, and I'm gonna keep it real. We owe a lot of debt to China. So if you want to start talking shit to China, there's been a lot of movies that they showed basically that China invading us. We don't know nothing right now. We just sitting back and whatever.
But see, again,
He's gonna get us killed.
that's another fucking issue people should be worrying about.
Steve.
Okay. Tim this is one of the first times Tim is watching the show.
How you doing, Tim?
All right. I bowl with Tim down at Shell Lanes.
Tim just made a good. I'm sorry. Tim
Good.
said it.
Just
Tim
do me a
said it.
favor. Keep up a little bit on the comments while you know.
That's it.
I rant and rave.
Tim just made a good comment. A good question. You know what's funny, Tim? I'm gonna say it like this. See, when they say make America great again, and I'm gonna say it like this. That's the white supremacist way of thinking. The rednecks down south way of thinking. Because what happened is they'll sit there, let's make America great again, yeehaw, and shoot, lynch, hang, whoever like that. A bunch of, if you're black, Latino, Jewish, or even homosexual, because basically, you know, they kill homosexuals too.
They kill anybody.
They kill anybody who is not Anglo-Saxon, plain and simple. So what happened is they're saying make America great again, but again, okay, you want to make America great again? Cure all the diseases. Help us out.
First of all, I have to kind of like slide in on that.
Go ahead.
All right, because as you point out, like the different nationalities, even guys like myself, okay, that we're not fully. I was born in the United States.
We all were.
But my family lineage is Italian, it's Irish, it's German, it's Russian. I do have a little bit of like a Jewish descent in me, which probably was the reason why I pinch my penny every once in a while. That's besides the point, okay?
Wow.
But the point I'm trying to bring up is that even guys like me and Jim get fucking discriminated against as well, because we don't have those idealistic thoughts in our brain.
And also,
Okay.
to comment on that, not only I definitely agree with that, but me personally, I always get the Italian stereotype. I mean, I don't know if this has anything to do with what we're talking about, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. Like, I would meet somebody, like, oh, what's your background? You know, what's your nationality? I would say, I'm Italian. My family, Nabodam, we come from Naples, Italy. Like, oh, what family you a part of? So every Italian has mafia connections, and like, oh, I guess because I'm Italian, I got mafia connections. I got anger issues. I got a fucking gumad hanging out somewhere that I'm cheating on my girlfriend with. And it's like, come on, my life is not a fucking episode of The Sopranos.
We all do that. Fuck that.
All right,
but like my life is not an episode of The Sopranos. You know, I am me. Take me as I am.
Kiss the ring, bitch.
Wearing a ring. You got
now,
me,
Brian, yes, I have seen all of the protest videos. Okay, now when this concept came up, everybody said to us, "Are you fucking nuts that you're gonna go and do an episode like this?" You know what? I'm a big sports guy. Jim's a big sports guy. Karasu, not as much, but he still does occasionally watch a sporting event. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, he dabbles in a little bit of the hockey, you know, and other things. But to me, though, like, this, first off, it kind of pissed me off a little. Pittsburgh Steelers, they stayed in the tunnel. They didn't go on the field. However, their former, they got a little excited, so words kind of fucking roll. at this point.
That's kind of scary. You tell him getting excited.
You know what though, like,
Exactly.
Okay,
it's
so
a
I-
sausage fest.
for me though, like, I watch the games on Sunday. Okay, now we have the lovely Pipe Bomb 2000 here. The screen that I'm viewing everybody's comments on. I have a laptop over here, a big flat screen behind this behind the board. Okay, so I have 4 screens to watch games, plus 2 phones
And a partridge in a pear tree.
and a tablet. So I have the ability to watch every 4 o'clock game, every 1 o'clock game. I only need one TV for the 8 o'clock in the Monday night game. Okay,
Right.
but I watched.
Thursday night game.
Right.
Yeah. But I watched multiple games. I watched all the protests,
Mhm.
and I got kind of pissed off with the Steelers, for example, because they actually have an Army veteran playing on their team. Okay? And discussions were, and this was brought out by, see, we start right off.
Got a caller.
Love it.
We have a caller.
It'll be interesting.
You're on the Pipe Bomb.
Hello, Ricky.
What's up?
I hear you talking about these overpaid football players and their little pansy ass shit.
Yes, we are. Caleb.
See, some of these football players don't understand is there's people like my grandfather and my adopted daughter's, dad, and people like that who have fought for this country and the freedom for them to sit there and think that they could take a knee or sit there and think that they could play with their balls on these freaking fields. I think that they could do whatever they want. I understand freedom of speech is for everybody, but to be disrespectful with that freedom of speech is another thing. It's already bad enough we got a fucked up president, but do we have to have fucked up football players now too?
That's the unfortunate thing, though. But again,
I give 110% credit to that Pittsburgh Steelers football player who came out and stood there
who
because he has
unfortunately,
respect for this country and what people have done for him.
but the unfortunate thing to this whole situation,
And it all started with that fucking 49ers quarterback who, if he doesn't like it, he should go back to his fucking country and see how well he likes it over there.
well, unfortunately, he was born here.
And technically, yeah, twice removed, whatever. Let him go back to whatever country his family fucking belongs to. And I bet you over here is 10 times better.
I'm speechless. Yeah, does anybody have to say to the comments?
Oh wow.
Jimmy, nice Rangers jersey there.
Thank you. It's my vintage Mark Messier. I just got it the other day.
But I don't get me wrong. These players are out of control. Whether it's football, basketball, some of these baseball players, they are out of control. They have a God-given gift.
All right, I actually.
And
have to-
they do not understand your God-given gift. When you play football, you give out good things. Best of luck. That Steelers football player who came out with his hand on his chest, his merchandise is skyrocketing.
It's true.
Yet Kirkpatrick ain't even in nowhere near it. You can't get nobody to go to a 49ers game.
That's because the team sucks.
I seen videos of people burning their season tickets because these players are taking a knee.
Well,
Do they not realize if you have no fans, you don't have a job?
Well, I have opinion about that, and I didn't present it to my co-host for tonight. So I'm promoting it live right now to Facebook land, to YouTube, who will see this video later on this evening. I am starting a Go Save the Jersey Fund. Okay? Now, everybody did laugh at me for saying this, but I have a serious point.
Go Save the Jersey Fund?
Yes.
Depends on which players you're talking about.
It doesn't matter, okay? But listen to my plea, and for all those people that are watching, if you don't want your NFL merchandise, you can personally contact me. I will pay for shipping You can send it all here. Okay? Now, I openly say to everybody, I am a New England Patriots fan. Okay?
Yes, you
Was I
are.
pissed off at the protests on Sunday? No. I'm not sitting there to worry about the protest issue. I am seriously just sitting there to watch my football team play.
Yes.
Okay? Now,
I'll put it on your broadcast.
if you
My
want
team has the shittiest record in football right now.
well, you're tied for the
I
shittiest
will.
team.
I will watch them lose. I don't give a fuck about all this bullshit. I will watch the Giants to lose and curse out Eli Manning because that's my right as a football fan. But not if the Giants are going to sit there and take a knee. I'll refuse to watch.
Well,
Because to me, that's disrespectful.
well, I got to go because I got some few comments in there, but keep out an eye out, Kayla, and I'll get back to you in a little bit.
All right, bye.
See,
very fiery and impulsive. I see.
well, I got an earful last night from her about it.
I'll
So,
be honest with you. See, everybody taking football. La, la, la. First of all, I don't take football seriously, and we got to realize something. Athletes are not role models; they're just players, plain and simple. I mean, granted, it's good to be like, oh yeah, I want to be like that person, but you really don't want to do that because that's them. That's why I don't like the term role model so much.
let me continue with my my little ramble here because all right.
What's
so
up, Jeff?
and Mafia Life Chris is in the room. My boy Kendall from Lowe's is in the room. I want to jump onto this one comment from Tim. For a president that hates media, he sure uses it to his advantage.
Of course he does.
Even though he tweets, he's not the only one to blame. Opinions.
You want to take this one? Comes to Trump, I have no opinion, except for what I told you.
And for me, it's the whole use of social media thing. For somebody who supposedly is not one to try to be, as full frontal in
But he
media.
puts out every little friggin' gripe he has on Twitter.
I put it to you like this. I must give, even though nobody likes Bush, I'm not a fan of Bush neither.
I like Bush.
I don't like hair on my food.
No. I'm talking about President Bush. Bush basically came out and said what he said. He didn't use social media. Then again, he wasn't really that intelligent anyway.
No.
But also social media at that point wasn't as profound.
Wasn't really exactly. It wasn't that
There
profound.
wasn't really a big Twitter following
Right. There
about
wasn't.
like 12, 15 years ago.
Now,
So let's
now it's become
clarify that.
now like Trump is just using it. I mean, hell, you might just have a Snapchat and talk dumb shit.
He's an asshole.
That'd be interesting.
Dude, it's like what I said to you the other night.
Or
Trump wants to do something good for this country, step down.
or better yet, we'll have that situation that when Bush went to Iraq, they got the shoe thrown at him.
Here's my
Remember that?
wow, we're just killing everybody tonight.
That was some shit. That's right, Enzo. Parents are real role models. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can have somebody that you can possibly idolize. That's a role model. Like, everybody taking football so serious. Like, oh, they took a knee. So what?
Sport.
Okay, better yet, but you know what? How about this? Let me ask you guys a question. If you didn't like a job, the job that you're working at right now, you didn't like it, are you going to sit there and and not do work after a while?
Sure.
No.
Exactly. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
I'm there, I'm getting paid. Fuck them.
Exactly. Just like
If they don't like it that I'm not doing any work, they can
just
use
like
those
the
two
NFL,
words.
Just like NFL. You take a knee, motherfuckers still get paid. What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so passionate. They're disrespecting the flag. First of all, let's realize, if anybody does the history of America, a lot of shit, right? Everybody will be shutting the fuck up because there'll be a lot of arrows pointing to certain people. Okay? I'm just telling y'all.
But,
you guys,
but to me, though, like, again, to your point, if I go to a job that I don't like, am I going to do work? Obviously, no.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to sit there and I'm going to collect my money until I hear these two words. Why did it not play? Okay, hold
Words,
on.
nothing.
No, it just happens. It happens.
No, but I'm just saying, like, like everybody making
That's foolproof.
a big stink. Oh, disrespecting. Okay, listen, let me tell you something. First of all, even when it be technical, and I hate to say this, you're disrespecting your president. Because guess what? Donald Trump is your president. So basically, anybody saying anything against him is like basically talking about the king, which basically not the king. We're not living in a monarchy. So basically, you're still disrespecting your president. Even though basically I'm not a fan of Trump myself. I didn't vote. Actually, to be honest, I didn't even vote at all. this year. You know, when Obama was coming into presidency, I voted.
Well, if it's any consolation, I did vote, but it wasn't for anything political. I voted for potato chips. Just saying.
So did I. I mean,
That's the only type of voting that I do.
Even though
You hear this though,
what's up?
Jeff just said everyone who took a knee is getting fined $1 million each.
Well, okay, that is not true.
Oh well.
That only happens as of this coming Thursday, tonight, that they're actually going to start upholding the NFL league rules for the protests.
So I guess I'm gonna get fined $1 million.
That's like $10
I ain't paying
us.
you money. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Brian Murphy says, "What is the NFL going to do to fix this mess with kneeling and fans not wanting to come to games anymore? Possibly.
Okay, now,
What are
okay,
they going to do to fix the mess? I honestly
they
don't
can't
know.
fix the mess.
They can't.
They can't. And the only reason why is because of this, okay?
What's up, Larry?
First off, the NFL puts out a fucking product, okay? Unfortunately, you put out a product that for now, I'm going to say roughly 300 games
Right.
since the start of last year. An NFL season has 255 games in it, right? The situation is that you can only try to draw your fans back in, okay? You can't just automatically say, okay, we'll stop doing our protests. You can come back now. No, I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way, okay? The only way you're going to have the NFL fans return back to their respectful teams is if you start showing more respect to what damaged the original problem, okay? The original problem was somebody kneeled for a cause. Other people started following. Now you have somebody of a higher political power opening their mouth, making the situation more abroad than what it was. Okay? And now that this is done and people decide, oh, you know what, I ain't going to watch football anymore. You know what? That's your opinion.
Exactly.
You do what you like.
Exactly.
Okay?
I feel the same way. I don't
Now,
watch football.
Again, I was trying to mention it when Kayla called earlier, okay? Yes, I am a Patriots fan. I love my team. I wear my hats. I wear my T-shirts, my jacket during the winter.
Your hoodies and jerseys.
Exactly. But I have 30-plus Patriots jerseys that I have spent, I will say, probably thousands of dollars on, whether they be Super Bowl jerseys, throwback jerseys, anything authentic, I have put out serious cash on.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You're not going to see me opening up a big fire pit and throwing 30 fucking jerseys in there. Or, for that matter, my Patriots footballs, my hats, my sweatshirts, my T-shirts.
Your socks?
Yes, I have Patriot socks.
Pajama
I don't have
pants?
Patriots. Yes.
You have
My pajama pants.
too.
Okay? I'm not going to dump the fucking starting lineup figures that I have, the classic ones of
Those are cool, though. I guess.
Bledsoe and fucking...
You know what it is? Right? Is people take okay, you ever heard the term of taking a pun seriously or taking a joke seriously? That's what everybody's doing right now. And football is just a sport. It's not.
Football is basically something to just take you away
You know what
from
I'm saying?
everyday life.
Exactly. Football, any sport. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I'm listening to Miss Kayla, I mean, not saying that, I'm like,
All right, here we go.
it's just.
Shoo. You're on the pipe bomb.
Hey, good evening, guys. What's going on?
What's going on, Shoo?
How you doing?
Hey, not much. Can't complain, guys. First and foremost, I gotta admit this is quite a topic of discussion tonight, and the important one at that.
Well, we only pull out the large stops for the 6-month anniversary of the show.
Just wait for the year.
Wait for the year,
Wow.
and then there might be some like nudity or something. I don't know. I might actually show a nipple.
No.
You know.
No.
No wolf nipple trick.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Here we
I would flash some nipples, but I mean, I can't. I'm too far away, but I digress. Well, first of all, before I even dive into what I want to say is that congratulations and happy anniversary to the show.
Thank you.
And that I want to give my heartfelt congratulations for. But as for the protest itself, this is what I wholeheartedly believe in. Number one, the previous caller that I heard a little while ago,
Yeah.
in reference to these quote unquote overpaid millionaire athletes, when you use the platform that they have in regards to sports, in regards to protesting they're not protesting the anthem. See, this is what I strongly feel is the biggest misconception of all. What they're protesting is society as a whole not keeping or upstanding what the anthem is supposed to represent to all, not just to a specific select group, but to all Americans. And when you have the opportunity, especially when you have as big of an influence as you do have as an athlete, but people, I feel overall, and what frustrates me personally is that they're just looked at as, oh, you just play sports, just do your job. These are people that have lives that are human beings. Most of these athletes are of minority or African Americans and so forth. They have the same fears and concerns, just like any other African American or any other minority who are making the big dollars and so forth. The thing that hurts is that when they're marginalized and they're told, well, just stick to sports. You're there to play football and that's it. Let me propose this question. This is just a question just to support the point that I'm making. When they leave that field, they're not just necessarily looked at as that's such and such, or that's just Michael Bennett or Martellus Bennett or any of those guys. But frankly, they're looked upon as exactly what you see them based upon the naked eye. Let's be real.
Cattle.
And
Cattle.
so, and the thing that cannot be forgotten is this. Why did Kaepernick continue to begin with? Because he said it verbatim in the first conference the first interview that he did since he started August of last year was in regards to systematic oppression of African Americans and minorities in this country. And the thing that's constantly lost in this translation is, is that people say, well, people have died for that side. That's 100% correct. Yes. But what they're also forgetting is that you've had African Americans, men of color, who have fought in World War II, who have fought in the Korean War,
Civil
who
War,
have fought in the Vietnam War,
Civil War
and
also.
have come back to this very same country and still call the N-word.
Yep, that's right. That's very true. Absolutely.
And this is what people they choose to completely forget.
He's right.
And it makes me mad because it's like, hold on a minute.
Exactly.
You tell people to respect the flag. They're not protesting a flag. They're not protesting a cloth.
That's right.
They're protesting what they are protesting the fact that the flag does not represent all Americans the way that it's supposed to, in accordance to the Constitution. And that minorities are not treated fairly as Americans, unfortunately, due to systematic oppression, as everyone else who may be Caucasian or so forth or whatever else it may be. And the thing that I find disgusting in all of this is this, and it's this one particular thing, is that people are upset because they've decided to use the platform that they have. Because let's be real, as sports fans, we all know that these athletes have a voice. And their voice and their influence is as powerful as a possibly can get if you're not in a position of leadership and so forth.
That's right.
When they see that, oh, by the way, Terrence Crutcher was shot and killed, and no consequence was was taking place, or that 12-year-old kid in Cleveland was shot and killed, but no consequence was taking place. Just thinking two of them, just as you know, as an example.
Right.
What do you think they're supposed to feel? And I'm thinking as both a sports fan, but also as a black man in this country.
Gotcha. You're right. Sure, you're absolutely right. And it's funny, you actually hit what I was gonna say. I guess, they always say great minds think alike. You're right about that. Everything what you're saying is right. And people don't see that. People just basically look at athletes as just, as you said, just an athlete, like a fucking gladiator. Not supposed to think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and fail to realize of what you are. People say they see no color, but you're gonna see color regardless. You're gonna see everything regardless. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And they, like I said, they fail to realize. That's why I say, the football is a joke, because remember, what is it called? A game. What do you do with
a game?
You play a game. Why take something so serious that basically that's not even consistent? Like, for instance, first of all, if a team lose, unless you're betting, what is it going to do for you? Nothing. You're just going to basically go to work and have fun and live your day. They make it regardless. It's just like in boxing or MMA. Win or lose, you're still going to get paid. Whether you win or lose, again, like I said. That's why, no offense to the caller earlier, when she said what she said about go back to country, I'm like, wait a minute. That sounds a little bit, redneckish.
Although she's not.
I know she's not, but I'm just saying, like, right there, I'm looking, I'm like, wow, like, how can you tell somebody to go back to their country? Like, wait a minute, hold up.
Well,
that's a bit racist.
The stipulation to that comment is that I'd say probably 99% of them already live in the United States. So it doesn't matter. If it were basketball, I'm not pointing fingers.
No.
I'm not discriminating about it. But if you would have said that about basketball, where there are guys that come from like Europe,
Europe
or China,
exactly,
or
exactly.
I mean,
Correct.
like that particular,
even in hockey, there's Czech players, there's
Russian players,
Canadian
exactly, yeah. So that's why, like, when people
but
say
you know what though,
country,
going
like,
back to the country thing is a little extreme.
Exactly.
I will say it is a little extreme.
And just like I said earlier, if you want to go deep on history, on American history, a lot of people don't belong here, because basically Native Americans inhabited this area, and basically a certain people of ethnicity came in and did some shit.
Kayla's calling back in.
Like I said,
Kayla, you have to hold on.
Like I said, at the end of the day, people, like I said, they got to watch what they say. We talk about go back to somebody's country. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because at the end of the day, some of us don't belong here neither. So at the end of the day, we got to watch what we say, because sometimes we tend to shoot ourselves in the foot. And I know basically what's gonna be said, because basically,
well, I'm gonna kind of cut it short. Sure, I got to cut you short. So I got comments coming in.
Man.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Definitely, thank you guys.
Thanks, bro.
All right, so I know Kaylee, I know you're trying to call in, but hold on, got to manage the show here. All right, she's on fire now.
Steven said you're
Pissed
in
her off.
trouble.
I don't give a shit.
All right, so
I'm in trouble.
this is one of the gentlemen that I spoke to last night about the whole situation. Okay, and this has to deal with the people of the military now and previous to, now retired or discharged or anything. Okay,
Right. Like I said, I served the military.
I mean, I pretty much I
know what I'm
spoke
saying?
my opinion about it last night, and I'm going to present it to you guys and kind of like involve my thing in the situation, which comes up to the football player that was out on the field by himself. Okay. How do you guys think the military feel about this topic? Now, I'm not talking about like, the Pentagon or, like all those top military heads. Okay. I'm talking about the grunts, the guys that got paid not even $50,000 a year to go fight a war for our country,
right?
That pretty much gave us this freedom, like this platform right here that we have. If we were in, I'm not saying probably, maybe it still is like that, but if we were in like Russia, I don't think we would have the ability to be sitting there talking about a topic like this on Facebook, for example, or YouTube, or any of that.
We'll be shot. But also too, we gotta look at that word freedom here. See, we have freedom, but it's very limited here, because you know why? We have no privacy. everything what we do here, people's watching from our phones to our computers, social media. Exactly, everybody's watching. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, granted we speak of freedom, but guess what? We really don't have no freedom, because if you talk about something, we'll get heckled, or they want our head on a fucking pike. You know what I'm saying? If we speak the truth, they want our head on a fucking pike. So that's why I said freedom. The word freedom sounds good. It sounds good in the ears, but see, people don't practice freedom nowadays, because when you say something, everybody's willing to lynch you, knock your fucking door down just to basically take you out your house. And come on, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say when freedom, like freedom of speech, it's a very thin saying. That's why I don't really like saying freedom of speech, because we have no freedom of speech. Because you know why? Watch this. We got freedom of speech. Say something on Facebook that basically offends somebody. You know what's gonna happen? Your page will be reported. You'll be in 30 days of Facebook jail.
Well,
I've seen it done.
Okay, so but you know what though, like, and Jim's done it. I've done it. You know what? If you want to really get a rouse out of somebody, you post something.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now I've posted multiple things. For example, I hate Aaron Judge. I'm sorry. I don't think he's that great. I feel he's not going to have the potential now that he has in fucking 5-6 years from now. And I got ass raped about it. I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
No,
I'm allowed to say my opinion.
Of course.
If you don't like my opinion, either unfriend me or don't fucking say nothing at all. There's about 2-3 million fucking posts on Facebook a day. You don't like it, pass by it. I could care less. But then again, with the show, it's the same thing. Yes, we are going to say things that people are not going to like.
Exactly.
But you know what? If it's like Howard Stern, people didn't like what he said, but guess what? They still watch the show.
Yep. Exactly.
Why? Because you're waiting to see what he's going to do next. That's the same thing with us.
That is so
We have another caller.
That is so true.
You're on the pipe bomb.
Hey, Rick.
Okay.
Who's the gentleman who's with you?
That would be Karasu.
Okay, Kawasu. I just want to clarify something for me. First off, thank you for defending this country and the freedom that I hold every day. But what I meant by people should go to another country, one of my parents is not from this country.
Okay.
My father is from a different country.
Okay.
That country holds a lot more rules and limits what people can and cannot do.
Okay.
Especially women. So I hold it offensive when people come from another country, or when they're born in this country but they have a different background, and they sit here and want to change everything that this country does.
Yeah, that's a problem because...
So if you're coming from the Middle East, where they degrade women and they hold men to a higher standing, and they would let your husband beat you in the middle of the street, and your family came here for a better life, and you're turning around saying that we should do that here, men should be superior to women, it's all that. To me, you're taking what this country means, where they're saying you have the freedom of religion. So if you're Muslim, you could come here, there's a mosque down the block, and you could go be a Muslim and still walk the same street as me as a Catholic who goes to church, and me and you have the same. Other than, why do you want to change what's being held here? If your family came here for a better life and you want to change it to be like over there, that's wrong to me.
No,
that's where I mean they should all pick up and go back. Because if you didn't like it there and you're trying to change here to be there, that's not right.
All right, well, Kayla, first and foremost, everybody has their customs when they come from another country.
I agree, and this is what makes, to me, this is what makes this country great, because I could believe in my customs, you could believe in yours, Ricky could believe in his, and Jimmy could believe in his.
Right.
Correct? Everybody has their opinion, and what a lot of people don't like is people have their opinions. If you don't like it, get up and fucking move. Plain and simple. If me, now, I'm a Giants fan, Ricky's a Patriots fan. We have our opinions on each other's team. If I don't like it, I'm not going to say nothing negative to Ricky. I'm just going to get up and take myself out of that situation.
Right, okay.
And a lot of people don't do that. And that's what gets me, because opinion. But all of this nonsense with people killing people over opinions is completely insane to me.
It is. But check this out, though. You know the opposite of opinion is fact. You know that, right?
What?
The opposite of opinion is fact.
Yes, and a lot of people, see, I'm very funny. I have my opinion. And if you tell me, look up the facts, I'll go online and look up every fact. If I'm going to come at you with my opinion on how things are, I'm going to look up the facts to make sure I know what I'm talking about.
Well,
but now say I talk to you about something and I don't have all the facts, I will sit here, take your opinion, look up the facts, and come back to you and say, you know what, I was wrong, I looked it up, you were right.
Okay, good. That's cool.
You know what I mean? But I just don't like it that I know freedom, we don't have a lot of freedom, and I agree with you 100%.
We don't. We don't.
I agree with you. Freedom is not really freedom, but we have a lot more than some other countries, and freedom is not cheap.
Well, I mean, to be honest.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I have a friend whose 19-year-old son is coming home Saturday in a box because of a war we should have never entered.
I know. I'm sorry. My condolences. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you know what I mean? So now, like, I just spent the whole day with my children. And now it comes to the fact, I just spent the whole day of freedom with my children to do whatever I want, and this young man just lost his life for my freedom.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm really sorry to hear that.
You know what I mean? That's where it hits me, where they don't want to stand. I understand you will have your beliefs, and trust me, I hold football players and basketball players and baseball players, these musical artists, these actors, I hold them all to a higher standard because they are in the media. And when they speak, people do tend to pay more attention. And it's sad to say these are who our children listen to. And when they come out with their nonsense, not all, I do agree, a lot of them do good causes. But when some of them come out with these nonsense and the BS, it's like, how do I tell my son or my daughter that what they're doing is wrong? And what the other actor or that is doing is right?
Well,
like, to me, sports and politics should never mix.
Well, the problem with that is again,
you're right.
Now,
that's true.
Again,
that's where the trouble is.
I did
because
last night.
The sports want to bring politics into it. Stop. Your sports, these sports, did they ever sometimes pay attention that with all the politics and the BS that's going on, people just want to put on a football game and enjoy themselves. Put on a basketball game and enjoy themselves. Put on a baseball game and enjoy themselves.
All right, I have to kind of cut this one short because this point here, I'm going to stab a lot of people with. Okay? Regardless of whether they're live, not, or they watch this later, or whatever. But I got to clear up the line so I can get this going, go back to those comments. Kayla,
no, I just wanted to say that. I didn't mean it as, oh, they should just get up and leave. It's just if you come from another country and you came here and now you want to change here to be like that country, what's the sense, honey? Pack up and go back home.
Well, they can't change that.
This country has a lot of messed up things, but this country also has a lot of good things.
Yeah, so
and that's where everything is going wrong, because people are trying to change what wasn't broken. A lot of things do need to be changed, and I agree with you there. Yeah. I agree with you 100%. These kids dying, everybody dying over nonsense, it's got to end.
Well, this country basically has capitalism. Other countries do not. Capitalism basically has been ruining this country so far.
All right, gentlemen.
All righty. Thanks for calling in again, Kayla.
No problem. Bye.
Bye.
I try to speak, but she just like.
That's happened sometimes. We have viewers like that.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like she said it's right, but at the end of the day, like first of all, when she talked about the whole thing with women and stuff like that, you gotta understand something. There's nature when it comes to that, but we're not gonna get into that. It's a whole different topic because people right now is gonna basically get their emotions, and that's why I try to tell people. I was like, there's a difference between facts and opinions. Opinion is basically when you have emotions behind it. You cannot bring opinions into a debate. You'll lose. You cannot bring emotions into a fight. You'll
Well,
lose.
I actually do have a clip from a movie that I want to play. I don't exactly have the right part. So, again, listeners, bear with us. Jim knows the movie.
Oh shit!
Hold
Yo,
on.
Enzo said a good example of bars won't show NFL games anymore due to the protest.
Well, I have an article about that too, by the way. But I want to play this clip.
Thanks, Tim. I'm saying it for Rick.
God, Joanne, nice drama queen energy. Can you just set it down so it gets better for once instead of worse?
You're calling me a drama queen, Mr. Pervert? Dad, put the camera down. Not now. Put the
Mom,
camera down.
Dad, wait. I mean, try to think back like 100 years ago, okay? I'm dead serious. Because I'm getting a feeling from this picture back when you guys came back from the hospital with Joanne.
Tommy.
Now, she was just a tiny little baby, right? So anything could happen. Is it possible there was like a baboon family?
Oh, wait. I probably passed the clip. Okay. The line I'm trying to actually play is opinions are like assholes.
Everybody has them.
Everybody has one, and everybody thinks everybody else's asshole stinks.
Exactly. Like,
Okay.
Everybody has a heart.
Well,
The heart is the seat of the emotions.
okay, but the problem with this whole situation is that as much as we see it as a sport,
Jeff saying his audio is very low. I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know. That might be
Can you hear
him.
us?
That might be a little too loud. All right. I actually had to lower my mic and raise the other one, but that's besides the point.
I see.
Okay. The situation is this. As much as every Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, throughout an entire week of a day, whether it's baseball, whether it's football, whether it's hockey, whether it's basketball or soccer, as we call it here in the U.S., but they'll call it football. I call it football international.
Yeah.
From outside of the United States, okay? The problem is this. No matter what sport it is you look like, even curling from the Olympics, it's a fucking business.
Thank you.
There is no way in any right mind can you take away business from politics.
Exactly.
Okay? They say NFL viewing is down where viewing Trump is up. The numbers are there. You want to look them up, go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a guaranteed fact that viewing a president who's only been in office in 8 months, controversy causes chaos. His numbers are higher than a $400 million business, which is the NFL. That is the highest proprietor business in the United States right now. $400 million for one season, okay? The president's numbers are higher than the NFL's numbers. And now, the president, who's getting all those fucking ratings, now just took more ratings away from a $400 million business. Business and politics will always be together.
Of course.
Why? Because the statement was earlier this year, the highest ranked professional teams in sports today, the Yankees were number one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not a Yankee fan, but the numbers are there. Yeah. Number two was the Dallas Cowboys. Yep. Again, an owner that donated money to making Trump president, who now just got dicked in the ass because he called his players sons of bitches. Yep. Business and politics will always be together, and right under business will be sports.
Yeah. The funny thing is, since you mentioned Dallas, that I saw like all the pictures and the video clips of the Dallas Cowboys taking a knee. The one thing that rang in my head was, I have not seen that many Cowboys down on their knees since Brokeback Mountain.
The problem that we have severely here is this.
I had to throw that.
I knew it was good.
Okay.
Like that.
If now, and I've read this again, I read all the articles for these shows. One player in the NFL has already been fired. Okay? Antonio Cromartie from the Colts was fired for sitting during the national anthem on Sunday. Okay?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Because the rest of the team either stood or they kneeled. Sitting is against the rules.
I wouldn't sit down for the national anthem.
Okay.
That's not
No.
cool.
Okay?
Not cool. That's why I took the knee.
Now,
Or I'll stand whatever. Like that.
I did save this, and I know we're gonna really run over on time
We
because.
already did run over on time.
But you know what? It's going. Everybody's fucking watching.
Even though we got like 8 people now because we had like 14.
Thank you, Tim, for watching. I much appreciate
man,
it.
Thanks.
I think we pissed off a lot of people.
I don't care.
We're down to 8 viewers
A
now.
lot of people basically probably
Well,
gonna
Who was
unfriend me.
ever in this room?
They're gonna
Think of it
unfriend
this
me.
way: it's better to be pissed off than pissed on.
Yeah, I know people are gonna unfriend me because basically what I said, but at the end of the day,
It's like we said before, you have your own opinion.
I have my opinion. Fuck it. I got facts and opinions.
You
My
know,
my facts outweighs my opinion. That's why I may sound cocky, but so fucking what? That's what I'm gonna say.
it's
That's what I'm
not
gonna say.
cocky, it's confidence.
By the way, I'm gonna read this off real
Thank you,
quick, and then we'll see where we go from here.
Well, while you're doing that, I just got to say one thing. When we were talking about how people take sports so seriously, you know, and you should remember, I used to take sports seriously too.
Me too. Me
if,
too.
If my team lost, I was angry, I was frustrated, until I heard that one question when they said to me, "You love this team, right?" And I said, "Yes, I do."
Uh-huh.
And then they looked at me and said, "Have they ever loved you back?" Ever since then,
Somebody told me
I
that
stopped
too.
taking it seriously.
Somebody told me that too.
I'm still a fan. I still watch,
like
but I don't take it that
somebody
crazy.
told me to say this. Like, you know, what are they? Okay, now if they win whatever like that,
What does it do for you?
what is it doing for you exactly?
I still got to get up and go to work the next day. I still
Exactly.
got to make my own money.
And
No.
guess what? We're buying their merchandise.
Well, see, this again. Like,
Shameless plug to sportsk.com.
Well, I'm gonna read off this rule. All right. This is part of the league rules for the NFL.
okay.
okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Not fucking long.
Well, for them, it might not be for very long.
It's NFL stands for no fans left.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty much going to be it. But
Pretty much.
within the league rule guidelines, it says every team must, and they put underlined must, be present on the field during the national anthem.
Whether they stand or kneel or whatever.
Well,
They have
it gets
to be out there.
it gets to a later standard. Okay.
Okay.
So now 2 teams, well, 3 teams, I'm sorry, did not show up on the field for the national anthem.
See
Pittsburgh.
that right there is not cool.
Pittsburgh, Seattle, and Tennessee were the 3 teams that chose to not be visible on the team,
Right.
on the field.
Right.
Okay.
See, that right there is not cool. You know, okay, look, it's like this. All right. See,
Just be out there, no matter what you're gonna do.
yeah, exactly. I would, you know, just be out there.
But then again, this was their protest against Trump about kneeling and raising their hand or standing there with interlocked arms.
just like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna cut you over. Like, if I don't like the job and it's making me money, I'll show up to work, but I'm gonna do limited or what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like,
Right.
I mean, come on, like, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and say I hate this job. I'm not gonna go to work because guess what? That's my only source of income. That's why I say it's like this. Everything has a strategy. What doing things. Everything has a strategy. If you're gonna basically take the route of being a defeatist, go ahead. There's consequences of becoming a defeatist.
Can you hold that thought for one second? Dude, can you type in the number to call in?
I don't know. It's
Anna?
behind that. It's behind Carasso.
Yes. Honey,
Okay,
can you
it's,
see the number now? It's 347-515-4197.
Yeah, we'll have to readjust that later.
Yeah.
All right, but let me get back to the rule here.
Yeah, we really went over time.
Yeah, it's
We're good like that.
it's a very big topic, and I guarantee you at some point it's still going to continue.
So can you just type in the number in the comment section?
How does she not read
She
it?
put 18 question marks.
You just said it out loud,
You know what?
Daddy. Carasso will do it.
Jesus.
All right. So now during the national anthem,
Okay.
players on the field and bench area should stand at attention and face the flag, holding helmets within their left hand, and refrain from talking. Refrain from talking.
Right.
So that means, in other words, you want them to shut up and not sing the national anthem.
Well, singing and talking are 2 different things.
But you still.
Some people don't sing the national anthem;
still using your
they
mouth.
speak the national anthem. So there could be a little bit of a
It's
problem.
like licking and sucking, or they may be different, but you're still using your mouth.
Okay. Now this is where a little bit of the controversy comes in. It should be pointed out to players and coaches that we still continue to be judged by the public in this area of respect for the flag and our country. Okay? So obviously you're going to be criticized no matter who it is about what you're doing on the field, but you have to make yourself look respectable. Okay?
That's like I said before. Just be on the field. I don't care if you're standing on your fucking head. Just be out on the field. I don't care if you're standing, if you're kneeling, or whatever. Just be out there. No matter what you plan on
To be
doing,
honest,
show your face.
To be honest, you know something that's funny. I don't take kneeling disrespectful at all, because you know why? Kneeling is also a sign of showing respect as well.
Respect and praise.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So why is people basically going crazy? Because at the end of the day, if you look, of course, Game of Thrones. What do they say? Take the knee.
Yes.
Take the knee.
You're showing praise
So
to
I mean,
the king and queen.
at the end of the day, but guess what? It's their version of basically taking the knee.
It's paying homage technically.
Right. Exactly.
But you're
Thank you,
also.
Steven.
Why? What did he say?
He said he agreed with you and I.
Okay.
Me and you.
I don't know.
But here's where the other problem comes in.
She has for the number hasn't called.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she wants it for future reference.
Failure to be on the field by the start of the national anthem.
And then he goes, and Karasu.
All right.
Good one, Steven.
Failure to be on the field by the start of the national anthem may result in discipline such as fines, suspensions, and or forfeiture of draft choices for violations of the above, including first offenses. Now,
and a spanking.
Maybe a thumb in the ass.
Approval.
They might be doing proctology exams in those blue tents now.
In the end zone.
All right. So now, like, again, before these protests were made more profound by our lovely President Trump, okay,
Donald,
the NFL and themselves did not take the initiative to nip it in the bud last year when they did this. Because not for anything, though, like now, you had 3 NFL teams that didn't show up on the field. Where are their fines, the suspensions, or loss of draft picks?
Well, you can't find everybody.
You can fine everybody.
I mean, it's like this.
Even if you're making the league minimum at $1 million, you know, it's. Oh, here we go. You're on the pipe bomb.
Hello, hi guys. How you doing? Good evening.
Hey, baby.
What's going on?
Yes, I have a comment to say about the whole thing about the football. I mean, in reality, you know, there's a lot of stuff changing nowadays, you know, from, you know, sports, especially football, basketball, and baseball.
Sports is not what
And,
sports.
you know, yes, back in the day, it was very, very confident, good. Everybody was not, you know, going crazy, saying things. But now, look at it right now, what's going on around us. A lot of protests going on with football games. That, you know, I think that it's very, you know, bad, you know, as a fan to see a team doing something that they're not supposed to. And, you know, that make it that reputation to the fans out there and also to the players.
Right. And you know, hon,
you know,
the bad part about, I mean, I don't know, maybe not bad part about, but the part about it is now that because, you know, we live in the modern era of trend setting and trend following, now the protests have spread to baseball because the Oakland A's catcher knelt during the national anthem. So now it's spreading on to baseball. And remember when I told you the other night that Joel Ward of San Jose in hockey was debating to kneel during the anthem? He recanted his statement today and said, I'd rather be part of the solution. But then I'm thinking, solution problem, it's not a problem to have to be a part of a solution. People have their opinions, they have their thoughts, they have their feelings. You want to kneel? Kneel.
You know what's so funny? You also got to ask too. Where did the origin of basically standing for the national anthem came from? Where did it come from? Who said we had to do that? You also got to ask that question. Where did it come from?
I will mention that there was a comment during my discussions last night with very political people, which I got to say I handled the conversation pretty well, you know. And I can be an asshole sometimes, so I did throw my 2
What'd you
cents in.
say?
Okay. The point of
I know, guys. I know.
the point of standing for the national anthem is actually a tradition that is over 300 years old.
But slavery was over 400 years.
But the point of it being is, though, again, like we said before, with the whole actual paragraphs of the national anthem, which 100% of the people at any sporting event don't hear.
It's like 4 paragraphs. It's like 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that would take like 3 hours for them to try to sing because they probably couldn't remember half the words to begin with.
Especially if China Morales.
Oh my God, that would be true. You know, that would be true. Not a lot of people recognize the national anthem. I've seen on TV. They fucked up and they fucked up again. Every time they try, they keep putting different words. I have seen it. Oh my God, it's crazy.
All right, honey, listen, we're sorry to have to cut you off, but we're really going over on time.
Well, Steve,
they
got to stand for the flag anyway because you know they.
Yeah. I'll call you when we're in between episodes, okay?
All right, you guys. Thank you, my baby cake. And keep it up. You know, you guys are giving a good point tonight. I really like it.
Thank you, baby. I'll talk to you. Well, thank you for calling, and I'll give you a call back in a little while, okay?
You know, Jeff.
All right.
I don't know you.
Love you, babe.
I don't know you, but
I love you too. Take care, guys. Keep it up.
Take care. I'm reading your comments. You're saying if you come in this country, you need to learn to respect how to respect it. You're absolutely right. But does anybody in our own country respect our country? Absolutely not. So basically, it's kind of like an inward thing.
Like why does it have to be just people who come here?
And also too, like let's be sincere. It's a flag, yes, but you know there were 2 flags when it came to this country. You had the flag that we look upon, and you had the Confederate flag.
Just thinking that.
Now watch this. The North and the South, right? You want everybody to respect the country.
By the
right?
way, that was a very good TV show.
Right?
Just to let you know that.
Right?
I did watch it.
So remember, back then there was a war. It was something called what? The Civil War. You had the flag that we have now, and then you had the Confederate flag. They were both going at it, North and South, because of for what? Majority of the time was for slavery. And last time I checked, blacks fought for the North, the civil union, the North.
Well, technically, they did fight for both.
Yeah.
And within war strategy,
right?
They did. Again, I'm fucked up. Why am I so fucked up tonight? Oh, I'm so pumped. It's fucking 6-month anniversary.
In the bathroom.
Well, Dad and I took that dump before.
How are we on time?
No, but
we're like an hour and 20.
No, but I was saying, like, you know, it's crazy because, like,
but they did send the minorities to the front lines first.
The blacks.
Yes.
We would not address them as minorities or African Americans. We are black.
I mean,
Sorry.
It's cool. Like I said, but see, like I said, at the end of the day,
why is it not playing?
At the end of the day, see, like I said, a lot of people talking about defend the flag, you know, respect the flag. Well, how about we respect the Native Americans who basically were in this country first? Since you basically want to talk about your precious flag, because guess what? They died because of that precious flag.
Well,
and also
I have to kind of say it wasn't they died. Well, if you really want to go back,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
if you really want to go back to that, at that point there was let's say the Native Americans, okay, but technically the ones that were here before everybody else, because technically the United States was discovered by another country, which nobody knew about. But that's besides the point. All right. A lot of the minorities, when, let's say, Columbus came, and then the British came, thinking, oh, this is this great fucking area we can all commandeer, okay? There was no flag at that point.
Right.
Okay,
It's right.
the independence
That's true.
of
That's very
people
true.
that were here.
Very true.
This is why we have July 4th every year.
Exactly.
I call it
Okay.
a makeshift symbol.
It is. It is.
Okay.
It is.
But
Makeshift
there
symbol.
are tremendous arguments that if we want to talk about the flag and independence and shit like that, that could be a whole nother
Well,
episode.
independence. You know, what's so funny. There's no independence.
But you know what? We're independent to leave our house every morning.
Yeah,
We're independent to
That's
take.
about it.
We're independent to take a bus, a train, a car, walk, a hoverboard, whatever you want to do to go to work. We're independent to go to work, okay? But it's not having to do anything with the protest part.
The Bears and Packers are holding arms during the anthem now.
Yeah, Enzo just said that. I was.
But you know what, though? That's better than fucking people sitting on the bench.
Exactly. I'll kneel. Fuck it.
Because look at it this way, they say
Take the
that
knee.
they say that holding the arms is a sign of unity.
Of course it is.
So I guess it's a good thing.
We are the world.
Yeah, but it's a unity, though, of...
I actually like that song. The newer
Really? Are we going
version.
to go back to We Are the World?
No, I like the newer version when they covered it for the destruction in Haiti. What's the word? They covered
It was okay.
that song.
But Michael Jackson was better though in the old version. He was like, "We are the world.
And he's doing that little,
We are the children."
wow, I'm as white as they come. Holy shit.
Yeah, you're definitely whiter than I am.
I can't dance worth of shit.
I'm yellow as fuck right now. Look at the damn camera.
That's because you got a spotlight on you.
I'm not talking about
You got a
yellow,
spotlight on you.
No. I know. Yeah. I'm yellow. Yeah, exactly.
You're angelic.
Oh, shit.
I'm mustard.
You're mustard.
I'm mustard.
Are you honey
Well,
mustard?
just think of it this way. At least you're not Seamus.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
no.
nah. He's like,
I
if
can't see
you
you.
go out in the sun, he'll die.
I can't see
He's like,
you in the
oh,
morgue.
fuck, oh, you bastard, you're killing me.
I cannot see you in the morgue anyway.
Nah, I can't do that shit.
No.
He
All right.
He was actually Rocksteady in Ninja Turtles.
Yes, you was.
All right, so
Oh,
we're
yes,
gonna-
baby. It is. Yes, it is.
all right, so now we're gonna. Well,
Yes, we know that. Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes,
just
that's
covered
my-
that just now.
that's my cousin Charlie.
You
by the
just
way.
covered. We just
Yeah.
how you doing? We just covered that just now.
We actually covered it twice.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
just covered that.
And very early in the show.
All right, so we're gonna cut it off now. All right, I feel we got our point across. It's not something that people should turn off, meaning the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay. People do things in whatever form or fashion that they choose to do. Okay. Yes, people are angry. People are kneeling or sitting on the bench. But
See you
sitting
later,
sitting
Larry.
against the bench is fucking against the thing.
I told you, I don't care if you're standing on your head. Just be out there. Show your face.
We'll keep it twerking. That's just disgusting, though. But
Don't worry, cuz it'll be on my Facebook and posted on YouTube
the
later.
national anthem on and with the American flag on your ass, just twerking. Not.
I don't know. All right. Yes, I do agree with Larry though that this topic is not something that's just gonna die.
Of course not.
Of
course not. It's not-
Occasionally we will jump back to it because we kind of do news.
Yeah.
And there was a whole bunch of shit that we didn't cover, but it had the heart.
We got the point out.
The
We got
point
the
of it
point
being
across.
is that, you know what, you do what you want with your fucking merchandise. Again, if you don't want it, you can gladly pass it to me. I have 2 closets worth of shit back there you
I'll
could
take
contribute
season,
to.
I'll take season tickets.
I wouldn't take season tickets.
You can none on the damn.
I want the jerseys. Fuck that. The jerseys are worth more than the season tickets. All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm kind of lost on fucking words on what I want to do here. Anybody got any final comments for the show? Because
I said my.
I know
piece
we still have
already.
a few people sitting here lounging around.
I know, like I said, people may hate me right now, for what I said, but quite frankly,
Stick to your guns.
I don't give a shit. Exactly. I don't give a shit. I mean, listen. As you said, we all got opinions, and there's always a fact.
Yes, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got
has
one, and everybody else's stinks.
Stinks. Yep. Well, all assholes do stink, though, if you think about it.
All right, so we're going to take a break, and then we have a surprise show coming up. So we will be back in a few minutes.
Yes, Jimmy will be naked, and we'll be all
I don't
blinded.
even want to see that.
Me neither.
We'll get to see his wolf nipple chips.
Wolf nipple chips. Yang. With the party.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
See
All right.
the party like the.
So we're signing off.
I'm sorry.
We're signing off now. For now, I'll break.
Yeah, I gotta go take a piss.
On behalf of Jim and Karasu, I'm Ricky. We'll catch you all on the flip side.